everyone, it's Tina DeLeo and welcome back to another episode of Cheftini's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making quick game day bites that won't keep you away from the game for too long. I'd like to thank my friends at Premio for contributing to our game day recipe today. So we're going to start with our tortilla pizza wraps. These are so simple to make and we're going to get started. You're not going to believe how easy these are. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your non-stick skillet, which I have over here to my left. I'm going to open this up. And actually, I need to turn my skillet on. Here I've removed the sausage from the casing. I've used a combination of sweet and spicy Premio Italian sausage. All right, I'm going to let my sausage cook here for about, probably it's going to take me 5 more minutes. Okay, my sausage is just about cooked through. I'm going to set it aside in this bowl here. I like to do my mushrooms first. I'm probably not going to need all of these. I'll probably use, say that was like 2.5 handfuls. Actually, maybe I will throw more in. These mushrooms tend to wilt down and shrink, kind of like spinach does. So you think you have a lot in the pan, and then I'm just going to let those. I'm going to turn my pan up here. Whenever I take it off the heat, it likes to turn off on me. So just going to hit them with a little salt. I'm just going to let them get a little color on them because when you salt them, they start to exude more liquid. So I'd like to get them a little bit golden brown before I give them the salt. And then we'll add the peppers. So I'm using white button mushrooms. You could use portobello mushrooms. You could use cremini mushrooms. And again, you could take them out. I'm using vinegar peppers. You could use bell peppers. I didn't add onion. You can add onion. The thing I love the most about these pizza wraps is not only do they cook in like 15 to 20 minutes, but you can really take any of what your favorite pizza toppings are, cook them on the stove top, set them aside, and then I'll show you how easy it is to create that pizza-esque wrap. So whatever your favorite pizza is, you can add that to the mix. I'm going to give it a little pinch of salt. My fingers are wet and it's sticking. And, you know, a little bit of my pepper. Give that a quick mix. This guy's jumping out of the pan. Alright, that's good. I'm going to add my vinegar peppers. Hey kids, can you get me some vinegar peppers? That would be a great help. Everybody wants to watch the game, everybody wants to eat, not everybody always wants to help, you know? You gotta get the kids working in the kitchen. Okay, we're just gonna let this cook up a little bit more. We've given it salt, we've given it pepper, and I'm just gonna get the peppers warmed through. Just gonna wait for a few extra pieces of chopped pepper. Thank you. See, the kids, they help. Thank you, kids. Gotta love those kids. Alright, there we go. Needed a little bit more color in there. Let's give that an extra second. Alright, I'm gonna let that. Alright, don't shut off on me. It likes to yell at me when I do that. I'm gonna put my sausage back in. Give that a quick stir. Alright. And these peppers are cooked. They're brined in vinegar. Buy them in the supermarket. They're deli peppers, sandwich peppers. These are sweet vinegar peppers. They add a ton of flavor. I love to use. Actually, I'm going to use this. I was going to put it away, but I need to put our filling back in here. I'm going to throw in a little bit of fresh chopped Italian parsley. And since our sausage was cooked all the way through, I'm going to put it right back into the same bowl. Alright, these pizza wraps are going to be everyone's favorite quick game day bite. Now, I have a 10-inch burrito wrap. If you don't have 10-inch, you can't find it, use an 8-inch. I'm going to put it right inside of our pan. You're not going to believe this magic. You're not going to believe it. We're going to let this sit. My pan is I think about 10 inches, so it's just coming up the sides. We're going to take, let me see if I can get myself a tablespoon here. You don't want to make it too wet. I'm going to eyeball it, but I don't think we're going to use more than 2 tablespoons of basic tomato sauce. This is homemade. Whatever sauce that you use in your kitchen is what you're gonna need. If you don't have basic tomato sauce, use crushed tomatoes. The idea is just not to make it too wet. I'm gonna need those kids to help me again. I forgot my oregano. What's pizza without oregano? Okay, here we go. Just gonna give that a little pinch. Growing up, I was always told the only time you use oregano is on pizza. We don't really use it in our sauce, but we do use it on our pizzas. Okay, I'm gonna have that go. Let that heat a little bit, and now we're gonna take grated mozzarella cheese. I have a handful of cheese. I'm gonna layer it on the bottom of your wrap, like so. Look how easy this is. We're almost done, if you can believe it. Our filling is cooked. Our pizza is. Just gonna give this a few minutes for the cheese to melt. Once this cheese is fully melted, actually I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of grated Parmesan because there's never enough cheese for me. You can use pecorino if you like pecorino. Just make sure that your tortilla doesn't get too crispy because it's hard to roll once you've gotten to that point. Okay, just want that cheese to melt. Once the cheese melts, you're gonna get at least 3 wraps out of this. I'm gonna take about a quarter of the mixture, place it sort of offset on the pan. You don't want to cover the whole wrap because you want to be able to roll it. And as you roll it, the meat will start to move forward. So you're going to do the quarter of it. You don't want to go around the edges either, and then you'll roll it. But I'll show you how to do it. All right, cheese is melted. Turn this up a wee bit. I'm just checking on the bottom. Oh no, we're good. We're getting nice and dark here. I'm going to turn this. I'm actually going to take this off the heat because I don't need any burnt pizzas. Grab my little paddle here. I'm going to fill this about, like I said, a quarter of the way through. You don't want it to be too wet, so don't, just try to take some of the juice out. All right, there we go. Yeah, I've got another wrap out of there for sure. And a little more cheese. And a little more parsley. You could put pepperoni on here. You could put spinach. I'm just going to let that sit up here for a few minutes. I'm going to spread this out a little bit. Just wanted to take it off the heat for a second. Alright, let that sit for 30-40 seconds. Just want this to set on there. The cheese is still melting. Okay, the pizza tortilla wrap is wrapped. You need to let it sit for at least, I would say minimum 1 minute. You don't want everything to fall apart. So I'm going to set these off to the side. I'm going to make another wrap for my guests. I'm going to cut them all up and put them on a serving platter.